Well, good evening and welcome to another edition of Sky Blue Fans TV. Yes, another day in the life of a Sky Blues fans. If it isn't the pitch, if it isn't who's going to buy the club and who's buying the ground, if it isn't the club shop going out of business, uh, it's now we're being evicted. Glenn, good evening. What we saying?
Oh God! Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, oh dear, oh dear. I just knew listening to Vic Manette's voice on the radio after you put it in the group chat. I just you have that feeling before you're going to get bad news, and it's just like something ain't right because it wasn't like positive. You weren't like she wasn't happy, and I was like, oh, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's the King deals fell through, and then yeah, I just I went from absolutely like I think my feeling like the world is caved in to now I'm absolutely just raging with Ashley. I'm thinking, who the hell do you think you are playing God with our football club in our city? And I'm quite happy if he expletives back to London, the Cockney expletive, because I just don't like the bloke. I don't care whether that's how he does business. You don't. So yeah, he's raging me, but that's the way he does business, and that's the way he's successful. But that ain't anyone who I want associated with our football club. I mean, we've had some characters who played for us who've done stuff in the past. I mean, we had Marlon King and stuff, and that was a throwaway. But I just genuinely don't want the bloke involved in our football club, and I don't care whether he's going to spend money in January. He's lost my trust, and I think there's a lot of fans. I don't want to make a deal with the devil. I don't want to be in Newcastle like doing a deal with the
Mm,
Saudis and screw all the human rights and everything because we'll get success, or Man City, and there's no like morals. The guy just doesn't care. He'll
mm,
just do whatever he takes because he wants to win. And I don't mind somebody who wants to win, but it's not win at all cost. It's not throw the rule book and out the window. And I'm genuinely surprised he's stooped that low. But then also part of me thinks we're not getting told the full story by either side. I think that we're getting half truths and the spin on it for each other's story.
I mean, do you think? It's been. Trust me, I went into work so happy today, being away last week, chatting to the players, and then England winning last night. I went into work bouncing, and it announced on the radio, and you think, what on earth's going on? But I don't know if you heard what Vic said. She seems to think he's playing a game where he's backing Sisu into a corner and that he's going to make them sell to him. What do you reckon to that one?
Definitely, I think my dad said a comment to me. It's snakes, which is Sisu, playing against a crocodile, which is Ashley. There's only one winner. Uh,
Mm,
a crocodile will always beat a snake because it's the bigger predator. He knows what he's doing. I said I don't agree with it. That's not the way I conduct myself. But he knows what he's doing. Sisu are not going to win a war with Mike Ashley. As I
mm,
put it up in the tweet that she didn't read all of it out. I put a tweet up for an account and just said it is literally going to turn into a war. And somebody else said he's already won the war, and they're kind of right. He's got the CBS. He can do what the hell he likes, but I just think he's going to make a rod for his own back. And if he does turn up at Cov games, he's going to be public enemy number one for a long
mm.
time. And I just think, yeah, it just frustrates me because we've gone from positive. We should be talking about football, about looking forward to Saturday, England game, Cov getting back on winning, 5 on the spin, and all that's going to be dominating in the media this week. All Mark Robbins is going to be dealing with in his presser, all the players are going to be reading is this sideshow again. And we don't need it. There's enough crack, crack, crack cases in the Championship clubs who've got problems. Blues, Reading have got their own problems.
Mm.
I don't want to be on that. I want to just I want a football club that I'm with either a laughing stock where people are taking the mickey out of us. I mean, Burnley fans are having a field day, or people are like, we genuinely sympathise with you. Why on earth is this happening to you? And like Newcastle fans are like, hate to say it, but told you so. And it's just, yeah,
Mm.
I feel angry at so many different people, like the council. Why on earth did they back that up, back his horse again? Same way they back
Well,
Wasps. And now,
create.
like, Reeves has done a bunk to Oxford
Yeah,
Council. There's rumours going around media about Duggins will disappear. And it's just like, where's the accountability? Where you go into hiding? Where's Body?
yeah, yeah.
Where's Tiny and
I,
Scope when all the stuff's going on with the club shop? I don't want to call people out, but you're there when the good times are happening. But when the hits the fan, you go missing.
mm.
I mean, the way it's going, Mike Ashley makes Fisher look an angel. You know what I mean? It's just, I just, I
I
don't know
don't
if to
know
laugh,
about
cry, scream, swear. I'm sure you're the same, mate. It's just so frustrating. It's just so frustrating because
I'm,
then your mind goes into overdrive. You're like, well, we got a game next Saturday. You know what I mean?
yeah,
People have got plans. People have got trains and stuff to book. We got the fiasco with the club shop. The club was still selling tickets at 10 a.m. today. I went on to get the Sheffield United tickets, and they were still selling tickets for games, knowing we'd been evicted as of
yeah,
Friday, and they've known
yeah.
all weekend. And it's just like, I
I,
get that they don't want to set the alarm bells off, but there's no they're rapidly. I don't trust. I think the trust is rapidly waning from every party.
yeah,
That is. It's like, if what is Cece doing? What if Ashley's offered us the same terms as Ross had us? What's the sticking point? And that's not what nobody's told us what the sticking point is. It's to me, it's obvious. He's only offered us the terms on a year till the end of next season. Sorry, the end of this season. That's
well,
the only
end of this
logical. Because if
season,
you've been
mate.
offered the same terms,
Mm,
why would you not continue the deal? So it's just
yeah,
a load of, and even the Fraser Group now won't admit they give us an yeah, the Fraser Group won't admit that they've given us an eviction notice. I mean, I've watched your piece on Central News. The guy from Central News is saying Fraser Group have not mentioned the word eviction notice. Well, who's leaked it? Because to me, it's clear that it hasn't come from the club. Who's told Simon Gilbert? Who's leaked the
yeah,
story to him? Somebody has. Now,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't see why someone
yeah,
with a club will, because you're going to basically drop in a nuclear bomb off, aren't you? So it's just,
yeah.
there's people playing games, and I don't like people playing games with a football club. It means a lot to people. People are going through a lot of bad times. People have got Christmas, and
Oh,
you mean it's just going to make Saturday toxic, because
mm,
all it's going to be is screw the EFL, screw CC, Mike Ashley, and I mean, you've got Swansea fans. They're probably going to transport and stuff, and they don't even know where they're going to be playing.
mm.
It's just, yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I
let
mean,
you say, mate, because I'll rant all day. But yeah, it's
I,
just,
I, I'll have
it's
my
soul
say in a
destroying.
minute.
You think you've
We
seen
we
it
get
all,
some
and yeah,
we'll
Amazon,
get some
Amazon or
comments.
Netflix would have had a freaking field day.
Disney Plus, come on! Welcome to the CBS. Oh, we're not playing there. Brilliant. On the 7th of January, 5:30 kickoff. By the way, guys, you're watching Sky Blue Fans TV, listening
But
to Sky Blue Fans
that
TV
was
on
that was the
Spotify.
irony.
Yeah, I know. You can't believe it. We got a couple
So
of
I was going to
comments
say,
in. So,
Miles,
Nate,
that
what Disney Plus? Nation Radio, evening everyone. Nightmare lads.
yeah, Disney
Think
Plus,
he
yeah.
only wants think he only wants a stadium. Um, again, Nation Radio. Why did the council sell it to him when City put a bigger bid in? Well, I think there, Tony. I think it's down to it was a last minute bid and it was too late, so the court agreed that Mike Ashley could have it. Keno Tomo, good evening, mate. On reflection, I think this is just a normal business negotiation, but it's been sensationalised by the media, and because it's football, it's also emotional and public. It's very emotional. Trust me, today I was fuming this morning, and I will be honest. BBC CWR rang me 3 times to go on today, and I wouldn't go on. I just literally couldn't cope with it all. It was doing me head in. Nails Cosmetics just said that's obvious for Keno's comment. Another one here. Don't think he's after the club. He wants a substantial commercial agreement to ensure longevity in the stadium. Maybe, well, yeah, but I think, you know what he's done here, Glenn? I think I'm going to comment on this one. He's done a short
The longevity of
term,
the stadium.
yeah, he's done a short term contract with the club till May because he thinks we're going to get in the Premier League. Then he can put the rent up because we'll be in the Premier League, and he knows how much money the club will earn. I don't know what you think to that. I mean, that's been racking around in the back of my head all day. I mean, you could hear it clogging around. It was bouncing. I mean, what do you think to that one? Would he do that? He's missed me. He's a. I think his internet's gone down. Let's get well, we'll come back to that in a minute, Glenn. If you catch that, you're on mute. He's all over the shop. It's just doing his head in today. He's driving him around the bend. He doesn't know how to press the buttons. He's just gone. He's come back in a minute. Let's let on to some more comments. Whilst we're losing money, so if nothing changes commercially, then guess what? They go bust, I suppose. Change nothing. Nothing changes. Yeah, nothing ever changes with our club. Feta. Well, yeah, Feta's here. I don't get why they didn't allow Doug King to buy the CBS as he's wanted to buy the club itself. Bizarre. Well, it is, but the court decided that it had to be Mike Ashley. I think we got Glenn back. You back?
Yeah, I'm
You're
back.
back.
So yeah,
Yeah.
probably bang.
So I was
Yeah.
just saying, do you think that he's offered a short term um, contract? So he thinks that we're on the verge of getting in the playoffs, and then he can up the rent. Where I think probably the deal we had for 10 years with the Wasps was so low, and even if we got to the Premier League, it would be so cheap. Do you think that he's just thinking we're that close, and then we'll relook at it in May to see where if we do get in the Premier League because he knows how much money we'll get.
Yeah, I totally think that's his play, and he's kind of saying, "I'm offering the olive branch. I'm not committing to too long because I don't know whether we can have a working relationship." So he's being clever. He's been around the houses. He knows the game. He's took over numerous businesses. He's run a football club before. He's not stupid. He wants Coventry City. I don't care what anybody says. He is playing the game. He wants Coventry City. You don't, and I've said it all along. He's just not going to say that because that's not his style. He doesn't want to do it all the publicity. He's a clever person, and we all thought Sisu were smart and very good at stuff. He is on a different level. You're basically he's almost like an Einstein when it comes to businesses and admin or liquidation. He's that good. So he knows what he's doing. He's going to make it very hard for Sisu to
Mm.
stay, and he knows the one out, and that's the problem. They've laid all their cards on the table, so he knows what he can do. And the longer this drags on, the nearer it gets to Saturday to the Reading game, there's going to be a backlash from the fans. It he's already started the media war games with it, and I think he'll win it because I don't think Sisu can say anything. And I think this probably Sisu haven't helped themselves with the whole thing with Story. My interest is there's one party who is all linked to this. Hoffman is apparently going to CBS board. He's obviously got a relationship with Ashley through various other ventures. I think he was at Northern Rock when he signed a sponsorship deal with Ashley. Obviously, he was in the Premier League when the Saudi takeover come over. And Hoffman's also been linked with Story. Now, is it beyond the realm of reason to think that Story has been used as a bit of a front man for Ashley to find out information on the club? by going for
funny
a deal
look.
that was never going to really potentially happen because I don't think
Mm,
City were ever going to sell to Ashley.
I mean, it's funny looking front man
So
anyway. So Mick's come up here. Good evening, Mick. Evening, lads. I'm
well, he
fuming
just
with
looked
the
like
whole
he's in ZZ
situation.
Top or something.
I know he does. He does. Evening, lads. I'm fuming with the whole situation. It's like being back at on a playground. Yeah, it is. Definitely is. Just saying. They haven't said they are the same terms.
My
We've been
ball,
told even the
my
terms.
ball. I'm not giving
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
not
you're not
giving you the
taking it
ball back.
home.
Yeah. Not being told the terms till the end of the season are way worse. No one said anything, so we've just got to just bear with it. What we got here? Current situation. 2 secs.
Miles, what the Fraser Group said is they off.
I'm silent.
Sorry, mate.
That's all right. Go on. Fraser Group said,
What the Fraser Group said is they offered the same terms as what Wasps had in place, but that was before Ashley, reading what they said, before Ashley had actually got the club, sorry, got the ground all sorted with the administration. I think it was obviously before the hearing on the 17th of November.
yeah,
But obviously, why is Sisu going to agree that terms if they still thought they're going to have the ground? And now it seems that he's decided, or I say the Fraser Group, because I don't obviously know how involved Ashley is in the dealings, is now that I'm going to change the terms of the contract because you've kind of let that contract lapse and I'm the new owner and the base of that contract doesn't matter anymore. And the club's argument that they've got a deal in place is kind of a bit flawed, I'm guessing, because it's almost like you buy a car on a rental agreement, but you don't pay the tax and stuff and it gets repossessed. Technically, you have a rental agreement, but you've not fulfilled your arrangement. And I guess that's what his argument he's trying to make out on it. But yeah, I just think there's obviously more to it than's being let on. But it's clear as day. And I don't think we're ever going to find that out unless you're behind the scenes or unless the wonderful leaks start coming out again, as always happens with CCFC.
yeah, yeah. Just got a couple more comments, and then Dave's arrived. Mick's gone 48 years of supporting the club, and this situation's a joke. I just don't want someone to just torch the place. Well, I think it's doing everyone in Sweden, to be honest with you. Webby from Tenerife, he agrees with you 100%. Ashley will be
It's
squeezed.
jinxed.
Yeah, he's squeezed Sisu out. That's what he's going to do. Now, listen, we got Dave here. Good evening, Dave Percival. How's it
Hello,
going, mate?
matey. How
You
then,
all
guys?
right? Good
Yeah,
evening.
good. Are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Now, listen. I know you joined late because your sister's not very well. I hope she feels better, mate. I hope she's all good. We're just talking about the situation today. I'll come on to that with you in a minute, Dave. I just want to ask both of you a question here. If you were Mark Robbins and let's say a club come in for you now with the latest situation that's happened, would you go, Dave?
Gone. Definitely gone. Yeah, you couldn't knock the lad, could you? I mean, Jesus Christ, he's put up with for 5 years. You know what I mean? So if QPR come knocking on the door now or another club, and he had an offer he couldn't refuse, I would say, you know what? See you later. I've gave you my best. I've tried my best. I've got some crap tools to work with.
Yeah,
And I want to go to a club that's got a stable base where I can work. You know what I mean? It's like the players, isn't it? Like Jokeris, your stellable players, Jokeris, O'Hare, Hamer. Seriously, they must be getting really fed up to the teeth of it all, not knowing what stadium they're going to play in, when they're going to play. You
yeah,
know, it's a circus, isn't it? You know, we all thought that when Ashley took the stadium over, we all had hopes, didn't we? Um, But you read between the lines today. You've had a statement from Coventry City saying they've been evicted, they've been served an eviction notice, and then this afternoon you get a counter statement by Ashley saying that the deal was put on the table to sign a new lease because the lease didn't cover from the one they had with the Wasps, and as of yet, it hasn't been signed. So he stated, look, I don't know how reliable the guy is based on, the sagas at Newcastle. He's a shrewd businessman. And look, my personal opinion is he's going to squeeze Sisu's till he can get at the club and the stadium, at a reduced price. That is my feeling. But Cov City, it's a drama. Every day's a drama. You pick up your phone in the morning and you're waiting for the next instalment of drama. And it's like, it's been going on for years. And you know what? My mate, Webby Tenerife, Webby, he gets in touch with me this morning, goes, what do you reckon? I goes, nothing surprises me anymore. And he goes, well, what are we going to do about it? Well, seriously, what do you want us to do about it? Because we can't do anything. We're not in control of the situation. The powers that be will determine the future of the football club. Does it mean we're going to have to go and play somewhere short term again? Oh, my goodness. For the long-suffering fans, I so hope that don't happen. But, it is what it is. It's a circus, isn't it? You've got this story guy. What a clown. Is he reliable? Probably not. You've got Hoffman, being discussed as being on the board of the CBS. What must he be thinking? Surely, big Cov fan, and actually saying, tell you what, there you go. There's your eviction notice. Oh, man. Even you got big personalities involved now. Sky Sports, Talksport, Gary Lineker even commentating on it now. You know what I mean? So they're all shocked. But if you're a Cov City fan, seriously, nothing shocks you anymore. It's just a day-to-day circus and a life of being a Cov fan. It's all drama, isn't it? It's better than the soap. It's better than the soaps. It's just great. Do you know what? I'm waiting for a Netflix. I'm waiting for a Netflix to rock up on the door and say, "Here, City till we die. Let's get another one going." It'd be better than Sunderland till I die, wouldn't it? Surely.
When they come in January to film the Wrexham one, they won't want to go back to Wrexham because there'll be so much going on at our ground. They're going to want to stay Disney Plus.
Well, the biggest discussion at the minute, Miles, is the fact that they've gone on this afternoon and said tickets will be on sale shortly for the Wrexham game. It's going to be televised on international TV.
Yeah,
and now everybody's saying where we're playing.
Yeah,
we've got loads of stadiums where's the possibility? Let's rip all the names up, put it in a bowl, and let's draw out a name where we could possibly be playing.
Hey, I know what they could do, and I said this the other night. The World Cup finishes in a week and a bit, right? They could get that 978 stadium, ship it over.
974 stadium, innit?
Oh, that's the one. Well, whatever. They can bring that over. They could demolish the Sky Dome tomorrow because they're already demolishing it round there and build it there.
Well, it's already been up for discussion this afternoon on social media. I've been looking at the platforms, the social media platforms, and they've been saying, get that stadium from Qatar.
Yeah. Give it Cov.
Put it on a lorry, put it on a plane, get it over to the University of Warwick, build it there.
Yeah. You do it in 2 weeks.
If the Qataris are willing to just take it to pieces, why not give it to somebody that's destitute and looking for somewhere to play? And you know what? I think we're number one in that bracket, aren't we?
By the way,
we need somewhere to play.
By the way, my question was, if you're Robbins, would you go?
Hey, Miles, 100%. 100%. Look, people will say you're mad coming out with a comment like that. But you know what? Seriously, how much can you put up with as a manager?
I know.
How much can you put up with without saying, do you know what? I've had enough.
I've had enough. I've had enough.
and you go.
Glenn, what are your thoughts if Robbins? Would he? Would you go? I'd go. I've had enough. I've had enough already.
I would. Loyalty only gets you so far, doesn't it? And you're only a couple of bad results away from the sack. And QPR might offer him a deal that he can't refuse. I would be disappointed if he went QPR. I think he might hang fire and maybe wait for Norwich to come up, because the Norwich job could come up, because I think Smith's probably thin ice there, and that would be more likely for it. But I think a lot of it depends on how the next week or so play out. But yeah, he's got previous from last time when the going got very, very tough, but he went.
Yeah.
Whether he'd do it again out of loyalty to the club and the fan base, I'd like to think he wouldn't. But yeah, to be honest, I can't blame anyone if they want to walk out the door with this shower. You only got to look what Badland said. Badland mentioned the phrase stability and long-term future in his interview with Blackpool. That says it all.
Yeah.
The under 21 coach managers left. The under 18s managers left. The scouts left. One of the other scouts has retired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the people walking out the door at every opportunity this season, and you've got to wonder yourself, why are they doing that? And it's bloody obvious that they've got massive concerns.
Yeah.
And like I said, the people that should be being held to account have disappeared off the face of the earth, in Body and Tiny and Scope and everyone else. You don't hear it. You don't hear anything from them. There's no. When was the last time Body was on CWR or any form of radio? I haven't heard anything from him.
When the pitch come on, Dave, you got to say hello to Webby. He's just put a comment up. Say hi to him.
Hello, Webby lad. How are you? Hope you're sweating in Tenerife, because it's not very nice in the UK, mate.
Oh, it's lovely. What are you on about? Dave, right, we got Dave, can you turn your telly down a little bit?
Can I? Let me turn the telly down.
So we got someone here. We got Keith Ray. Keith is from Canada. I think it's Canada. Oh yeah. Hi Keith. Met you at Dylan's the other week. This can only happen to us. Finally thought things were settling down, but no. Sky Blue Army, City till I die. We all feel like that, don't we? City till we die. Now listen, Dave. I mean, I know you've just gone on a bit of a rant, which is brilliant. But you know, this situation. We've got Doug King, we've got ZZ Top, and we've got Mike Ashley. Now, do you think they could all sit round the table and negotiate anything? Do you think it's possible? Do you think something good could come out of this?
The first thing you've got to hope that happens is one of them actually gets the stake in the club. You know, like Doug King, probably 85% of the club. The EFL, it's gone quiet. There's nothing coming back. Story, could he be like? You can remember the guy at Manchester United that went out onto the football pitch with a ball. You know, I'm gonna buy the club. I've got loads and loads of money, and then he got jack shit. Do you know what I mean? And then he ended up at play somewhere like Carlisle United, wasn't it? As a director. The first situation that's got to be resolved is the fact that the EFL have either got to say yes or no to the Doug King issue. So that's one issue off the table then, isn't it? The issue then is obviously, does Ashley want the football club as well? If the answer to that is yes, then obviously Doug King, Joyce Apala, she's going to have a say in it, because she's still going to have 15% stakeholding in the club, right? So it's their job then, the three of them, and or whoever's on the board of the CBS, to get round the table and thrash a deal out that's not only suitable for Ashley and his boys, but suitable for the long-term stability and future of Coventry City Football Club. Because that's what the fans want. That's all us fans want. We want a future. We want a club that's going to be stable, you know, and not this drama every day, because it's just getting too much. It's just testing everybody's nerve, isn't it, and patience. You know,
go on.
Let's just hope that one, the EFL say yes or no to King. If they say no, I don't know where we go. This other guy, Look, he talks the talk, doesn't he? But can he walk the walk? Do you know what I mean? Can he put the money in that they want? It's all up in the air. The EFL have got to give a straightforward answer, yes or no, to this Doug King thing. 85% him, Joyce Parler 15. If that's rubber stamped, right? And I'm only saying if it's rubber stamped, then obviously they need to get round the table again with Ashley and see what the deal is going forward.
Yeah.
If he wants to buy the whole club at a price, what they're going to ask for it?
Yeah.
You know, so he owns the whole lot. But somebody said this afternoon on social media, we won't have any stability till we've got an owner that owns not only the football club, but owns the stadium as well. So there's only one person in the frame at the minute for that, isn't there? And that's Ashley.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Now, listen, Mick Davenport's come up here. He's gone, Miles, I've got more chance of getting off with Katie Price than everyone getting round the table. Well,
do you know what I think?
To be honest with you, Mick, I wouldn't want to get off with Katie Price.
Well, that's right.
State of her at the moment. Oh God, dearie me. Keith Ray again in Canada. He's great. Got people from all over the world. I'll be very surprised if Robbins does stay. Now, I'm not being funny. He was very grumpy last week. Very grumpy while we were out in Spain. And I don't know if his phone was going off and getting on his nerves. I don't know, but you just don't know, do you? What we got here? So we've got Ian Courts. Is the money in the land, not the stadium? What's stopping Ashley? Stopping Ashley? Probably knocking it down. Do you reckon that could happen? He could knock it down?
Well, Linda said this afternoon it's a possibility. She can see a sportsdirect.com distribution centre on it. You know, let's hope that ain't the case. But you can't rule anything out with the guy. I mean, there was rumour a couple of weeks ago he was trying to find a base in Coventry. Well, I'll tell you what, he's halfway there, isn't he? You know,
definitely. Glenn, who was the guy that tried to buy Man United? You've just found it out, haven't you?
It was Michael Knighton, and then
Michael
he ended up
Knighton.
at Carlisle. He was an interesting one. But obviously we've had Dale Evans, we've had Joe Dintzer, haven't we? Now we've got Mr. Story, the Looney Tune. But apparently he does know Mark Haitley because he put a picture up with him. Quite why you'd think Mark Haitley as director of football. I mean, no doubt him as a player, but as a director of football, I mean, was he at Hull? Was that the last football club he was at? I don't know, but it just baffles me. But he's a good footballer, no doubt, main England international. But yeah, very off-field choice. I'm not sure why Hoffman has had anything to do with Story, given his history. Yeah, Hoffman seems to just back anyone who has a semblance of being involved with Coventry City. I think he'd probably going with the Saudis or the Qataris if he thought they were going to take Cov over. So yeah, I think
he just wants
splits
he
from
just
anyone
wants to own
anyone on it. But yeah,
he just wants in, doesn't he? Hoffman? He wants in.
I just worry about him. I mean, yeah, if he knows Ashley, then surely he should be warning Ashley that what he's doing is not going to do him any favours. I mean, you've seen how the fan base were when we got booted to Northampton. You've seen all the protests. He's not far off that happening again. If the fan base got together and got united, they could make a lot of hassle for Ashley there. And I'm not saying that that's right, but they could do. If we got our act together, like other clubs have done, then you can definitely do. I mean, look what Derby did when they were in trouble. The amount level of protest they've got.
I was going to ask. I was going to ask that question.
As I said earlier, I just don't think that's the way you conduct yourself.
Yeah, I was going to ask that question, Glenn. Do you think that we're in that position now? But this is out to both of you. Do you think we're in that position now where we should all get together and we should protest now? Because honestly, I think this has gone too far today. It's absolutely gone too far. And I believe that we all need to start thinking about getting together and doing a massive protest. And the first one is boycotting every Sports Direct in the country. Glenn?
Smash the mugs up.
Yeah,
Burn the bag.
yeah,
Smash
Yeah,
the
burn them
mugs
all.
up and burn the bags. But yeah, I
yeah,
genuinely think burn them all. I just think we've got to get our act together. We've tolerated too much too long, and
yeah,
fan power works. You've only got to look at what happened with the Super League. Fans can make a difference, but the problem with our fan base is we've never united behind anyone really. I mean, the Sky Blue Trust, I haven't got a problem with them, but I don't think they unite the fan base. And
yeah.
people have their own preferences. I just I think it needs to be, if we do get evicted and we lose the CBS, then yeah, the council have got to take responsibility. The MPs have got to take responsibility.
Yeah.
And all we heard from Zara, I might have to now apologise. All she said, I've reached out to the support trust. But with all respect to Sky Trust, I said, no, people, they don't represent the fan
You
base.
line's
They're
gone a
not
bit
the
bad
fan
there,
base.
Glenn.
So what
Glenn,
you
your
should
line's got
be doing is
line.
you should be reaching out to the football club and saying, what can I do to help you? Or reach out and saying, City fans, contact me and I'll do what we can. And the other MP, I can't remember that, Tayo or okay.
You've gone a bit off there, Glenn. We'll come to you, Dave. What do you make of it?
Oh, I'm not sure about. I'm not a great lover of protesting, but something has to be done. I don't know what the answer is, because we put the protest. There was mass protests against Caesar, weren't they? Did they really take a great deal of notice of it? Probably not. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously when things started improving on the pitch, it went very quiet yet again, didn't it? Okay,
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea to protest, but personally, I'm not a great lover of them myself. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm not a great lover of protesting. You know, um,
if we were to protest, Mick Davenport's come up here. He says 100% agree that we should protest. If we were to protest, I think personally, if we're going to do it, we don't do it on a match day. We don't do it in the ground. We do it outside the ground. We don't take it into the ground, because if we take it into the ground, it will affect
the playing stuff again.
the playing stuff. So we do it outside the ground. We do it outside where, every single person in the public in the city can everyone in the public in the city can see us protesting, and then get it nationwide, get it on Sky and everything else.
That's right.
If we were to protest, how do you think we could get all the fans together, Dave? How would you think we could get all the fans together?
Well, look, social media platforms are just red hot at the minute, aren't they? So word of mouth on social media platforms and a venue, people would react. The ones that are fed up with it, and there must be thousands of Cov fans that don't go anymore, that would jump on board and say, you know what, you get a venue, you get the TV crews in, you get the newspaper crews in, and we'll come and support it. It's got to have big exposure, isn't it? Like the one from the town centre down to the stadium that Saturday. It got maximum exposure. Sky Sports, BBC's News, the lot, all the local news channels, the lot. So social media is powerful. We all know that. We all know how social media can blow up. So if you get word of mouth round on social media, the word gets round quick. You get a venue, you get a time, you get a day, you get in touch. You've got enough fingers in pies, Miles Cannon, to get the TV crews, and the local radio and the local news channels involved. Surely you have. So that would be your number one priority, would be to get those on board, and then the power of social media just does the rest. You only have to read Twitter this afternoon to see the outrage of the Coventry City fan base. We've never been united, but it seems to be this afternoon that everybody's on the same page. They're all questioning how this has come about yet again.
Yeah.
So for once, they're all on the same page.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, we got Mark Smith arrived. Where are you, mate? Good evening. How are you, Mark?
Evening, guys. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah,
well,
good. Happy birthday.
I was yesterday. Yeah, 21 again. I know. But this was a nasty surprise. I heard the news this morning. Yeah, I don't know. It's just very disappointing, isn't it? It's just back to square one again, isn't it? Probably even worse than square one. It's just it's pretty depressing today. Yeah, I mean, I agree what the guys are saying. I mean, it was headline news on Midlands today. I've just seen the news just now, so it's featured heavily on that. I haven't seen it on ITV Central, but I think you was on ITV Central, Miles. But yeah, it's just very grim at the moment. I think what I'm concerned about is obviously where we're going to be playing our games, but also how it's going to impact on players, on the manager, the futures. It's just so uncertain at the moment. Every day it's like a soap opera. Every day there's just something going on. It wasn't that long ago when Doug King, well, obviously it's not been ratified yet, when he bought the club. There seems to be a big cause for optimism, but now it's the only thing that could be happening is possibly Ashley wants the club, and this is his way of negotiating with Sisu. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing, but yeah, I think something needs to be done by the fans. We're just getting fed up now. We just don't know where we'll be playing our football. It's just getting beyond the joke, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. We've got a comment here from Glenn's dad. Over the years, you can see a lot of the supporters that they've become fair weather supporters. It's only us diehard supporters that will suffer. I think on oh, that was Keith Ray, sorry, in Canada. Sorry. I think on that side of things, I think we're all supporters. Everyone in Coventry is a supporter. I mean, not everyone could ever get to all the games that a lot of us get to, and they can only pick and choose the games. But I think everyone who lives in the city, I think this will be hurting more than before, where we moved to Northampton, moved to Birmingham. I think this time, this is like sounding to me, a lot of people and like you said, Dave, on social media, everyone's starting to think that this is the end of the road. That that as if the club's just going to go. I mean, what are your thoughts to that, Mark? And then we'll come to Dave.
Yeah, it's very uncertain, isn't it? No one knows. I mean, it's worrying. It's worrying at the moment. I mean, listening to the statements from the Fraser Group and from Coventry City effectively saying that the goalpost was kind of changed, because obviously, we signed a 10-year agreement with ACL before the administration happened, and then they said in a statement that some of the things that the Fraser Group were offering, they didn't agree with, and the Fraser Group are countering it, saying, well, we've offered you the same terms and conditions that wasn't agreed by the club. So there's a lot of, I don't know, it is uncertain. I mean, it's so frustrating, because we've had 4 on the field. We had 4 straight wins now.
Yeah,
and it's looking really good on the field. But all this is just undoing all the good work that the team are performing, and it's just bitterly frustrating. I'm getting sick to the back teeth of it all now. To be honest, it needs to be sorted once and for all. Yeah, I just felt once the decision that the courts awarded, the ground to Mike Ashley, I just felt that there could be trouble, that there could be problems, and today obviously is the first of it. So yeah, I'm just sick and tired of it all, to be honest.
And Dave, your thoughts?
Yeah, we're just back in uncharted waters again, aren't we? Choppy waters. We get to a phase where everything's nice and tidy, innit? The sea's calm as anything, and then all of a sudden, the big tidal waves will come back in, and we're struggling again. Very uncertain times. The fan base. There must be. We're worried, aren't we? Of course, we're worried. We've been to Northampton, we've been to Birmingham, but when you're kicked out for the 3rd time, you just think, do you know what? Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
You know, when is all this going to end? You know, and look, I am worried. I am worried. We'll see what happens over the next few days. Okay, we've heard the statement from Cov. We've heard the statement from Ashley and his guys. Let's see what transpires tomorrow. You know, let's see what comes out tomorrow during the day or the day after. But it's dark times. It's dark times, as previously said. You know, all that good work and that good feeling about the club, it's just gone down the plug hole yet again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's getting negative again and concerned again. Where, you know, pre-World Cup break, we're all talking about what a good side we are. How Robbins has got it spot on again. Vic's ramming the goals back in again. We're looking good all over the pitch again. But now it's just like, whoa, you've got to get yourself up again, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? And I'm hoping Saturday that when the lads get back onto the pitch, they try and pick up where they left off. But surely it must get in the Reds. They must look at it and think, Jesus Christ, why are we bothering here? Because you know we've got people that really don't care about us. You know, and Robbins. I mean, Robbins. Oh, if I was Mark Robbins, I bet he has loads and loads and loads of sleepless nights thinking what's coming next. I mean, Body, you have to feel sorry for the guy at some point because he's got to deal with it all the time, isn't he? You know, Badham. You can see why Chris is gone. You know, he wants a stable base to work off, and you know, fair play to the kid on that. You know, he's done a great job at Cov. And I said to a guy on social media, these guys are really difficult to replace. So if something's forced him to leave prematurely, you know, with Robbins probably having little insight to the decision to leave, then you've got to replace him, haven't you? Somehow. And Robbins must be thinking, do you know what? Seriously, a big job comes along, you know, he'd have to be interested, surely, wouldn't he? None of us want to see that, trust me. I want to see him stay there till they carry him out. But you know what? His head must be getting turned now, surely.
We got Webby's coming here. We will get it sorted. He's a money man and he squeezes everybody out. Yeah, but there's ways of doing it, Webby. You don't do it this way where the fans are hurting. You know, it's just killing you. Absolutely killing you. There's a couple more here. Keno Tomo. It's next season that we will be hit hard. Only a small percentage of the Sky Blue Army will buy a season ticket. Yeah, if nothing gets sorted out, definitely. Because I mean, nearly 14,000 season tickets this year. Reece Small. What worries him is that CC feel like they're being backed into a corner. Scott, where's it gone? Oh, it comes. Scott Brownswood. Good evening. Need to stay strong and be positive, but hopefully it will be sorted out by next home game. Yeah, we've got to try and stay strong, haven't we? And that's what we're trying to say. I mean, it's trying to keep a positive spin on things, but is it time that we go and protest? I don't know. It's one of those. Maybe send us all private comments and maybe we can all get together and try and see if we can sort something out. What was you going to say, Mark?
No, I think as
lost him. He'll be back in a minute.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, sorry. As Dave was alluding to earlier, I think we just got to see how these next few days pan out. I think we gave it till say Thursday and Friday, and then see what happens because I don't think this is going to be the end of it, and I think there's going to be a lot of kind of twists and turns, so to speak. I guess, I mean, I was reading some of the comments on social media today about the fact that it's kind of normal that this eviction can happen so they can negotiate terms and conditions. That's what I've read on social media. I mean, but it's just disappointing that we agreed to play for 10 years and it's almost like it's not been honoured, and it's just another spanner in the works. And but I think we just have to give it till Thursday, Friday, because by then some things could have changed. That's the only thing I would say. Yeah.
Now listen, we're coming to the end of the show, so what we're doing now, we're just going to change the subject slightly. Okay? Bit of joy. England.
Get me shirt.
Great great performance after the first 30 minutes yesterday. Dave, you go to a lot of England games. What
Look,
what are your
look,
thoughts, mate? What are your thoughts?
I thought first half an hour was pretty slow build up, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
did we play badly in those 30 minutes? No. They had a
No.
couple of chances. Pickford saved that one. The lads, one's got a deflection. But did we play poorly in that first 30 minutes? Once we scored the first goal, it was game over for me because you just fancied us to go and get another one pretty quick, and that's the way it panned out, you know. And the first two goals, you look at the first two goals, you know, magnificent build-up. Jude Bellingham, absolute class. 19-year-old kid, absolute class. You know, third goal goes in. Saka, I love Saka. I think Saka's class. You know what I mean? He got loads of unjustified shit in the Euro final when he missed a penalty, but at least he had a bit of balls to stand up and take one. Yeah, when all the senior pros backed off and said, "I don't want part of that, lot." But look, 3-0 up. The last 20 minutes, half an hour of the game, pretty boring, weren't it? It's pretty boring. I was like just supping my drinks because I was just thinking, well, it's 3-0. You know, we ain't going to concede 4 from here, surely. You know what I mean? And they, to be fair, they didn't offer a lot, did they? Senegal second half, but going forward, you never know. Big game Saturday, but you know the French BBC is sucking up to the French, aren't they?
Oh,
you know,
right.
they've got the same. They've gone from a Wales loving to a French loving.
Yeah.
You know, look, this is my view. Respect the French. Respect them. They're a very talented side. And when you got people like Mbappe, Giroud, Griezmann up top, you've got to respect him. But you know what? If you're a French fan or part of the French setup, you'd be looking at the England squad and saying, tell you what, they can hurt us big time. We've got to be on our mettle. It'll be a good game. Don't think there'll be a lot in it. I think it may go to extra time.
You say there, big players, Mbappe, Griezmann, Giroud. I'm not being funny, mate. We're strong. We have Foden. Foden for me.
Correct.
Bellingham last night absolutely ran that midfield.
They will fear us as much as we probably fear them.
Yeah.
And when you look at our bench, to their bench, we're classes above it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we've got players in all positions that we can bring on and change. The only problem we've got is we've got a fan base. It's like City fan base at times. We've got thousands and thousands of managers that can pick a team, haven't we? And it doesn't matter if you make all your substitutions. You'll always get some in the fan base who'll say, "Oh, should have put him on. Should have put him on. Should have put Maddison on." You know, you've got whether you like Gareth Southgate or not. You know, he's done okay. He's done okay. The only thing that we've discussed it before, me and you, Miles. The only thing I have against Southgate at times is he don't go on the front foot enough for me.
No,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We've scored 12 goals in the World Cup. We've won 3 out of the first 4. Pre-World Cup, Forb, you would have said we won't get out of the group if we play like that. You know, our form running up to the World Cup was absolutely pants, weren't it?
Awful.
But we're doing okay. One game at a time. I've always said this in football, one game at a time. See where it takes you. We've got another game Saturday. See where it takes you. You get beyond that, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You know, can we win it? We've got as good a chance as anyone. Whether we will win it, that's for another day. It's not for today, is it? You know, let's get Saturday out of the way first.
Give us a score. Give us a score.
Saturday?
Yeah.
2-1 England extra time.
Is that the missus?
Well, she said 3-1, but she's always positive. I think that's where me and her are a little bit different. She's always on the positive note, and I tend to be like a bit more cagey, sit on the fence like. But I'm going to go for 2-1 England extra time.
Brilliant.
And I tell you, I'm going to make a statement.
Go on.
Callum Wilson score the winner.
Oh, that'd be exciting.
And just before we go, Linda, I've got something to show you. It's arrived in the post today.
What?
I'm going to show you something.
You ain't got
It's
a
arrived.
trophy.
It's
You got a
arrived in the
trophy?
post. It's arrived in the post today.
Come on, what you got? What is it? Oh, that's nice. Is that? Oh, that's
Are
nice.
you impressed?
Very nice. I thought you would have had Madders on it.
I'm waiting for the other one to come. I've ordered the home shirt as well with
Madders?
Jude Bellingham on.
No, you ain't.
Yeah.
No, you ain't.
Yeah, because the lad's class.
No.
The lad's class.
You can't have one Cov kid on a shirt and not have a Cov kid on the other shirt.
Yeah, but I've had Jude Bellingham because he's lighting up the World Cup, isn't he? He might be a blue nose. He might be a blue nose, but he's lighting up the World Cup. The kid's exciting to watch.
He used to play for Leamington.
You know, that's a fact. You're spot on there, Miles Cadden.
There you go.
He was a big fan of Leamington as well as a child.
His dad used to play for Leamington.
Did he really?
He did.
Anyway, I've got another bit of news for you. His brother's being lined up for a big money move as well in January or the summer.
What, to Cov?
No, I'm led to believe Liverpool.
Oh, pants.
And this has come from a couple of blue noses. They're in the know.
If you ain't coming to Cov, I don't care. Right, Glenn. No. Glenn, are you there, mate? Or you still? Yeah, he's there. He's got internet. You got internet, Glenn? Glenn. Glenn. He's not there. Oh, yeah, you got internet. Brilliant. Listen, talking about England. What do you think? Game yesterday and score prediction for Saturday.
I think his internet's gone.
Yeah, his internet's gone again. Mark, come to you. He needs to sort his internet out, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's going to get on the call with his provider. Yeah, terrible.
Mark, what do you think, mate, yesterday?
Yeah, I spot on agree what David said there. I think we weren't great in the first. I thought Senegal played quite well, actually, first 30-odd minutes. But I think what was important was that save from Jordan Pickford, because that was a massive moment in the game. You know, people look back and say, comfortable win for England. But imagine if that goal goes in. We're trading 1-0. It's a different game. So I think in the end, yes, it was a comfortable win. But I think the test will come, and it could happen this Saturday, is what if we're trading to France? How do we respond to that? And that's the only thing that we haven't experienced yet in this World Cup, is we haven't experienced, how do we fight back from being 1 goal down?
Yeah.
But I think it's a game we can definitely beat the French. I think they all fear us as much as we fear them. Yes, they've got, Mbappe for me is a threat. But looking at the quality of England, we've been superb. I think, as you spoke earlier about Bellingham, I thought Henderson was fantastic. Harry Kane, is playing really well. I like the fact that he's not just a goal scorer; he's a team player. The fact that the now times he drops deep, he looks to create chances as well. I thought Saka defensively was a little bit ropey, but I thought going forward, once he got that goal, he grew in confidence. I think there was a little bit of controversy with him starting ahead of Rashford, but in fairness to Southgate, he gets it right, and I think he's doing a good job. And I still think he's the right man for the job. I don't think there's anyone at the moment who can do a better job than him. I think it's definitely a winnable game. I'm gonna say we're winning on penalties. That's what I think for this game.
Oh no!
I fancy penalties. Yeah. No. I think it'll be 1-1.
Mate, do you know what? When we beat Colombia on penalties, I was in Devon and I was in a bar, and the missus was in the bar with the dogs, and went to penalties. I had to go and stand outside. I couldn't stand it. Oh, how can we do with that?
No, I don't want that either. But
I ain't watching it if that's going to happen. Bloody hell!
Yeah,
Kickoff's been moved to 2:00 Saturday, guys, so we can get back.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just want to say a big thank you for everyone coming on tonight. It's been really good fun. I know we've had a lot of doom and gloom, but happy days. But listen, England Saturday, quarterfinals of the World Cup, Sky Blues Saturday, Reading, first game back. Now listen, I do know the boys are ready. All right? They're ready to set off where they left off. And I mean that. They're all up for it. So we haven't got to worry about it. All right. So we're going to go there Saturday, and I predict a 3-0 win on Saturday. Mark, give us a score.
I might sit on the fence, go 1-1. I think for this one.
Oh. Dave.
Yeah, sorry to push your bubble, Miles. I'm going for a 1-1 as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they had a bit. You never know what you're going to get with Reading. They had a good run, and then they had a bit of a blip. Then they've been steady again. So I'm going to go for 1-1. It's a difficult place to go, you know. So
we won there last season.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
I think
you're sticking with yours, Mark.
Well, the only thing I did hear on social media is Liam Moore's injured. I don't know how many games he's played for Reading, but I think he's a centre half, and I've been reading that he's picked up an injury, so that's one player that won't be playing against us. We're good enough to go to Reading and get results, to be honest. But I just worry about how much of an impact. I mean, you said the guys are ready, and that's great to hear. I don't know. I say I'm always a bit of a glass half empty person, in fairness. So I'm hoping to be proven wrong. And usually when I predict a draw, we win. So I'm hoping that continues.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. There's a couple of scores coming in before we go as well from some listeners. Nick Davenport, 1-0 England. Take that all day long, mate, as long as, it isn't too boring. Where's the next one here? So, Glenn's dad says that Glenn says, Casper, we call him Casper because he keeps vanishing, 2-1 England. And then Mick says 2-0 to City on Saturday. Are you going Saturday, Mark?
I'll be there on Saturday. Yeah, look forward to it. I just think it's important that we just get right behind the fans. There's no negative chancing. I mean, just get right behind the players. The player, that we've got to, be the 12th man as we always are. I think that's the important thing because it's very easy to go negative, and that could happen, but I hope it doesn't because it's a game we need to win on Saturday. So let's hope that's the case.
Yeah. And Dave, you going Saturday?
No, sadly, I'm not Saturday.
Oh, you're puppy watching.
Pardon?
Are you puppy watching?
I'm puppy watching, yeah. She's there, fast asleep.
Where? Oh, Lord.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, there she goes. Fast asleep.
Fast asleep.
She loves it, look. She said, I'm not having none of this Cov City drama. I'm off to sleep.
Fair enough.
Brilliant. Well, listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming on as guests. It's been a pleasure to have you all on. Mark, see you again on the next pod. I think are we doing one Thursday, or have you decided?
Yeah, no, I'll do one on Thursday, but I haven't got a Reading guest yet, so we'll stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Brazil just took the lead, by the way, lads.
Oh, yeah, it's just kicked off already.
Yeah, they've took the lead.
Got it.
I'm not sure.
Is it Neymar, I'm assuming? Or who are they playing? Is it Korea?
They're playing South Korea.
South Korea, okay.
Yeah, they've just took the lead. Good finish, actually. Top corner.
I'm going to let you go and watch it. I've got to cook dinner now.
Well, I'm going to have dinner as well, so happy days.
Hey, listen, if you want to join us for a protest, get on it.
Yeah.
I'll see you all later. Take care.
Catch you later.
Thanks, Dave. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Bye.